All right, test review, part the first. Go ahead and pause me if you want to, and I'd like you to try these before I work them out for you, because you're going to see things like this that are really, really super similar on your test on Wednesday. So go ahead and pause me if you haven't already. Too bad, beat you to it. I'm going to work these out for you. Multi-step equation, equal sign, variables on both sides. Hopefully you can see this. If you can't, let me know and I'll make the next video a little bit better for you. I'm going to work it out to the side here. Got to distribute this -4 to the -k. That just gives me 4k. The -4 is also going to go to the -2, which gives me +8. -6 equals 2 minus 5k. Can't do anything else on that side. Please remember that everything in here needs to stay with the equation. If you haven't touched it, just bring it over. Okay? Now, I can actually do this operation first. This is combining like terms. I'm simplifying before I move on. Please don't try to add 6 to both of these. That doesn't work. You're just going to have to subtract them. Right? Pretty simple. Okay. Now I can start moving stuff. I see a -5k. I don't really like negatives, so I'm going to go ahead and move to both sides here. Draw a line underneath, cross it out, drop it down. 9k plus 2 equals 2. Well, I got to get that 2 out of there. So I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides. Right? Gone. It just so happens it cancels that out too. Over here I've got 9k, and that's going to equal 0. Don't freak out. I'm still going to follow the same procedure like I always do. K is going to equal 0. Okay? Good. Let's continue. Number 2. Got some double distributive going on here. So the -3 I can't do anything with. 5 times 7a gives me 35a. 5 times -8. Right? 5 times -8 gives me -40. And that's going to equal 3 times a and 3 times 7. Okay. Make sure you can do some combining before you drop anything down, and I can here. I've got a -3 and a -40. Both are negative, which means I add them. Right? Same signs, add and keep. So -43 plus 35a equals 3a plus 21. Let's get rid of that little pesky 3a there. Right? So it's going to drop down here. -43 plus 32a equals 21. Now I've got to get rid of this number here because I've got to isolate a. Drop it down here, gone. Left with 32. Oops. Okay, 32a equals 64. And the only way I can get that to work like that is if I divide by 32. I don't know why I made a 2 like that. I guess I thought it was a, I guess I thought it was a 3. A equals 2. Okay, not a equals 2. A equals 2. A equals 2. A equals 2. I'm going to use a regular eraser. All right. Let's talk about this one in class. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to run too far into time here. Last one here you can do easily. It's just a real 2-step equation. Let's talk about some of these word problems. John went to the movies with his friends. Tickets were $9.50 each, and they spent $22 getting food. The total bill for the night was $60. So the total bill was $60. And they spent $60 total, so equals 60. Okay. How many people, including John, went to the movies? So they spent $22 on food. All right. So now I got to put that on the left-hand side. Tickets were $9.50 each. Well, the each part, right? Let's put as X. Okay. So if $9.50 plus 22, because they're adding them together, equals 60, how am I going to work this out? Well, I want to find out how many people went to the movies. Okay, how many of his friends went to the movies? And it doesn't look like a whole lot did. So we're going to do this. We're going to subtract 22 on both sides. Okay. Now I'm left with $9.50. I'm just going to leave the 9.5 here. 9.5x equals 38. Okay. Now we want to divide that. 9.5 and 9.5. Well, that's gone. So doing some quick math here. 4 people total. Does that make sense? Right? Let's try it. 9.5 times 4. Right? So that's 20. That's 36. That's 38. One time we moved over here. It means one time we got to move over here. And we're good. So 4 people went to the movies. So John and 3 of his buddies. Work it out like that. If you want to just kind of guess and check, that works too. Okay. Got one more slide for you. I told you these are going to be a little bit longer for your review. Not going to do all of these, but we'll do a couple of them. Number 6 seems pretty simple, right? Write an equation to represent this statement. A number increased by 45 is the same as 7 times that same number. A lot of sames there. Well, let's do this as one side at a time. A number increased by 45. So a number, or any variable, increased by 45. That was pretty simple. Is the same as. Same as means equals, right? Okay. 7 times that same number. Well, that same number would be x, and 7 times it would be 7. Or I could do times 7 or whatever. All I want is that. It didn't ask me to solve it, right? It didn't ask me to solve it. Just do that. Done. Number 7. Brian thinks this equation has infinite solutions. And there's my equation. So first you want to solve the equation, then explain if you agree or disagree. So take a look at this equation. 6x minus 8 on one side and 6x minus 4 on the other. Let's quickly just get rid of the x's. 6x minus 6x. Done, done. So now I'm left with an equation that says negative 8 equals negative 4. No. Negative 8 doesn't equal negative 4. Negative 8 only equals negative 8. This is no solution. There is no solution here. Not infinite solutions. So found the answer, no solution. I disagree with Brian because Brian didn't do his work right? So I disagree because when you cancel out the 6 x's on both sides, you're left with something that's imbalanced. Okay? I'm only going to do this one. You can try it out on your own because I know how much you guys love these ones. The sum of 3 consecutive numbers is 12. What are the 3 numbers? Now, that question may be different on your test, but the process never changes. So is 12, right, means equals 12. We've been doing the same process every single time. So we have to label the first number as x, and they're consecutive, so they're one after the other. So the second number has to be x plus 1, and the third number has to be x plus 2. If I add all those up, I get 3x plus 3 equals 12. Now I've got a 2-step equation that I know how to solve. Let's subtract 3 on both sides, and I'm left with 3x equals 9. So x is going to be 3, but that doesn't give me the answer technically. It wants to know what are the 3 numbers. So the first number needs to be 3 because it says so, right? X has to be 3. Then the second number, which is this x plus 1 thing, so it's 3 plus 1, which is 4. And then this one has to be 3 plus 2, which is 5. So let's see if that equals 12. Well, 3 plus 4 is floor. You can't really add a floor. 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 5 is 12. So my answer is 3, 4, and 5. Those are my 3 numbers. All right? Using that same logic, try number 9 out. But for now, longest video in a while, so do what you can. See you later.